Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Zach with Deeply Driven Outdoors. It's been a while since I posted anything recent. I've been getting caught up on all my videos due to technical difficulties, so I want to do an update from my channel for something recent. So to get you caught up on my videos from this past hunting season, I had some technical difficulties, as I referenced a moment ago. I ran out of storage space on my computer, and then my hard drive stopped working as well. So I was just out of space. The last few hunts of the season I did not get put out on YouTube or even really recorded since I ran out of space. When I first got my laptop, it was before I even knew how to video edit. So I did not get a laptop that was made for video editing at all. I don't know if you know anything about computers. I don't know much. I learned about computers a little bit so that I could learn to edit. But my old computer had 4 gigs of RAM. The recommended minimum for video editing is like 16. So when I got that computer, I had no intention of editing video ever. So the entire time I used it, it was always a struggle. And for Christmas, I did wind up getting a new computer with 16 gigs of RAM and some other bells and whistles. Also, on my old computer, it wasn't powerful enough to run the editing like the most updated editing software. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I was running Adobe Premiere CS6, and like it just wouldn't run Premiere Pro. So my new computer, not only is it faster, which is why I'm getting all these videos out, but it will run Premiere Pro for me too, so I can use the most updated editing software, which is nice. I'm liking that. I'm cruising along on these videos. So you'll notice I'm getting my hunting videos out, and that's been good. So what you're seeing is really like, a couple of months old, unfortunately, but I'm just trying to get it caught up so I've got the material out there for you guys to check out. Also, big announcement is myself and Colton from Chasing Iowa Outdoors. Make sure to check his channel out. I'll try and put a link down in the description below. Have started a podcast. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time. I feel like I'm pretty good about talking about hunting and fishing. So finally, I get to do a podcast. Right now, we are 3 episodes in, so I'm a shade late on the announcement, but better late than never. Like I said, I've been getting caught up on a lot of stuff. We're 3 episodes in. I'm going to put a link down to our podcast. It's in Anchor, which is where the link is going to take you to. But we're also on Spotify right now. We are on Apple Podcast, and we should be on Google Podcast and CastBox. We're working on getting on more platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, let me know in a comment down below, because I'm curious. I want to be able to put it out so it's as accessible as possible. But we're doing a podcast. It's going to cover everything. It's not going to be just, one, just waterfowl hunting or just fishing or even just hunting. It's HF&O Podcast is the name of it. Hunting, fishing, outdoors. And we're going to try and cover it all kind of in its time, as well as hopefully dig into some conservation issues, have some good guests on, have some good discussion. Ideally, what I'd like to do as well is use it as kind of like you get the full information. You watch my videos; they're only so long. I want to each episode we do each week. We're going to hopefully describe what we've gotten up to in the outdoors. Whether it's the turkey hunting in the spring and hopefully crappie and walleye. I always mean to do more of that fishing than I actually do. Get into that in depth. Then when duck season comes around, we're both hardcore waterfowl hunters. Get hardcore into the waterfowl hunting, go into some deer hunting, as well as, in the summertime, get hard into fishing as well, especially catfishing. If you follow my channel, big into catfishing, running lines, that kind of thing. So there'll be plenty of that on that podcast, as well as we're just going to talk about general hunting issues. Like the last episode we put out, we talked about hunter perception by non-hunters and why that's important. We hope to have some guests here very soon from conservation organizations like National Wild Turkey Federation and Backcountry Hunters and Anglers, as well as more. So really, really, really excited about it. I'm going to link up how you can find that podcast again. It's on Anchor, so I'm going to provide you the Anchor link so you can start listening. But also look for us on your favorite platform. Currently we're on Spotify, Apple. We should be on Google. Like right now, this minute, it's getting our podcast is in review for Google Podcast. So you should be able to find us on Google soon, Castbox, again, whatever other platforms you watch or listen to podcasts on. You don't watch podcasts. Check us out there. We will also be on YouTube very soon. We'll be putting YouTube on our separate channels, Chasing Iowa Outdoors as well as Deeply Driven. I think we're going to wind up alternating who puts which episode on which channel. Probably just people back and forth. So that way it'll also be accessible on YouTube. I know a lot of people like to listen on YouTube. We might wind up doing the live stream thing too. Haven't done it yet. Might get into that. But yeah, that's it for now. So I apologize about the wait and like just the great big delay that I've had in getting my videos out. Another thing, one more thing, on getting the videos as well as video quality. I'm looking to make 2020 my best year yet on YouTube. And the way that I'm hoping to do that, for one is the computer. The new computer is going to help me get videos out a lot faster and won't have to deal with technical difficulties as much. So they should just be able to come out faster. It'll be more relevant. Another thing that I did was I finally got away from my Amazon cheapy action cams. I started the 2017 season. I filmed that whole season on Amazon cheapy, like they were called 8-man cameras. And they did okay. For the money I paid for them, they're fine, but they just don't cut it with duck hunting. I mean, the ducks they look like little like gnats, if I wear it as a head mount, and it's really shaky. There's not a lot of image stabilization there. And then, so what I try to do in 2018 and 2019 a little bit more is I would like get a stake or like even a float. I made a float mount in 2018 to put the camera like in the decoys to try and get it closer up to the birds, and then it would miss most of the kill shots. It just wasn't good. It wasn't cutting it. And I just went ahead and broke down. I'm like, I'm buying the GoPro Hero 7 Black. So that's what I did. My 2020 season, the action cam footage is going to be filmed on a real GoPro Hero 7 Black. I can put it in a linear mode. Part of the problem that I had before with those 8-man cameras is it was like a 170 degree angle, which is like, oh, cool. It's wide angle. It's going to catch, the action no matter where it's at. Well, the problem is it makes everything, even if it's fairly close, seem like it's further away. So even when the ducks were in relatively close, it was just hard to get any kind of tangible, good footage of like the action of the duck hunting. So this should, by putting it in linear mode, it brings that angle down some, and it's going to make the action appear a little bit closer in. So I'm really excited to use that. It sucks that I got that camera. I just got it like a week ago, and I got it in February, so I have to wait a long time to use it because I'm not, we're not fishing right now. No hunting until turkey season. So look forward definitely to a better season from Deeply Driven Outdoors, at least as far as the YouTube side of things is concerned. Really excited to check out this new GoPro and how that's going to make a difference in my channel, as well as be able to get videos out faster with my new computer. So that's going to wrap it up. I just want to do an update video because I've not posted anything that's recent on YouTube. I've been posting videos that were like, my duck hunts from late November, early December, and then right now I'm putting out deer hunting. My late muzzleloader deer hunts should be out very soon, but I just want to get an update out. Thank you guys very much. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe down below and follow all the action. Like I said, this is going to be the best year yet. Drop me a comment. What platforms do you listen to podcasts on? Because we want to make sure we're getting the HF&O Podcast on there. Really excited to get this podcast out to everybody. So hopefully we'll catch you guys in a video soon. Drop me a comment. Hit the like button. We'll catch you next time.